How's that, family? It's Queen Ayana. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about polygamy and why I think it will heal the black community. It will be a catalyst in healing, like I said, the black community. So, polygamy. Polygamy is when a man has more than one wife. Okay, and this is the natural order of the African family structure. However, being taken away from our home, and after 500 years of the most brutal torture, slavery, and inhumane treatment that the inhumane gave us, that's been broken all apart. Okay, so why would polygamy heal the black community? One, it would heal the sisterhood. A lot of the sisters would walk around with attitudes with other sisters because they look at their sisters as competition instead of as family. Well, if I'm not having the mindset that my man belongs to me and only me, then I don't mind being around my sisters. I don't have that competitive nature with my sisters. I'm not already stank-faced with my sister just because she might walk by my man and she's pretty and he might notice her, you know, or she looked at my man for a second. Okay, especially with you sisters with men that are just really attractive and everything, and you just think everybody's trying to go for your man, you know. I mean, at this point, we don't really have the luxury to have one man to ourselves. We're at war. A lot of our men are locked up, so a lot of the children aren't out here. So it would be selfish to continue to get with this monogamy shit, okay? It's selfish on our behalf. You know, I understand that that's a taught behavior. You know, we've been indoctrinated in the system, but it's selfish because it leaves the kids. It leaves the kids with single mother households, and a lot of us know what these single mother households do. You see your mother working hard by herself your whole life, you know what I'm saying, and that mindset kind of messes you up. It's imbalanced because when you're in a single parent household, the parents got to be both of the parents, which is unnatural to that parent, whatever it was, a man or woman. It's unnatural to have to carry out both jobs, both roles for your children. Okay, it brings the mother out of balance, it brings the children out of balance. And so polygamy would help with the children, okay? And that's what's most important right now. Not how you feel about your man, not about you and you know, whatever. But what's important right now is the children. And for the children's sake, we need to be connecting households. Not only that, but polygamy builds strong empires, okay? You have to think of marriage as a business arrangement, okay? We didn't just used to marry for love. If anything, you can you can look at somebody's chart and tell if y'all gonna be able to love each other, okay? So natal chart, that is. So when it comes to a polygamous marriage or whatever and building an empire, you have these multiple wives. Each wife has a different specialty. Everyone's different, right? Everyone's good at something else, okay, that some people aren't. So let's say I'm a creative, so I can teach the kids collectively, all of me and my sister wives. Let's say if I was in a polygamous marriage, I would teach them I could teach them how to make jewelry. I could teach them this and that. I could teach them decoupage and how to work with furniture and sanding and tiling. I could teach them a lot of hands-on stuff, right? Well, let's say you have this my sister wife and she knows meta nature. I don't know meta nature. She could teach our kids meta nature. So now all our kids are learning these creative things. Now they're learning the meta nature. Okay, we have another sister wife, and she's the bomb at vegan cooking. Okay, she is the bomb at vegan cooking. Now she's teaching them how to cook vegan, and now our kids are getting that vegan cooking, they're getting that meta nature, and they're getting that creativity. Do you see where I'm going with this? So all the kids, and remember, whatever kids are learning when they're little, it becomes second nature to them. So if a kid is learning these things when they're small, when they're older, they're pro at it. Okay, they're pro, and it's easy to them. So so now you're building children that are going to be so multifaceted and so intelligent and so well-rounded that there's nowhere to go from here but up. Also, when it comes to, because also monogamy was more rare than polyandry, and polyandry is when the woman has more than one husband. Let me give you an instance where polyandry would work. So you have a polygamous household. She's got let's say there's five wives. There's five wives, and I'm not going to say that the king in the situation is I'm not going to say he's lacking of funds, but maybe they want to expand. They want to expand, and they want to get somebody with, they want to really build up their empire, and maybe they want some land or something else. Well, there's a king that's been looking at one of your queens or whatever, and he's got resources. He's trying to build. Boom. So now you can connect those two households with that one woman married to both the man and married to this king and that king. Okay, so. And like I said, it was more rare to be monogamous than have polyandry back in the day. You know, we weren't with all this sexual shaming and all that, and sexual exploitation. We use sex for what it's for, energy purposes and creating gods. So let me see, is there anything else I need to go over? Yeah, I mean, just think about the households. You know, you guys, sister, you don't have to, the work's not always on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in a marriage and living with, still living with the father of my children. And sometimes it can't get, and I only have 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? I want 10 of them mugs. Okay. But yeah, you can kind of get bogged down. But just think, if you have sisters to help you around the house, you know what I'm saying? You got sisters to talk to. You have sisters that are going through the same things that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? We got to build this sisterhood, sisters. We got to get over this one man, one woman monogamous bullshit, because it's not helping us right now. Right now, like I said, we're in time of war. A lot of our men are gone. They're in jail or they're getting killed. Okay, and that's the reality of the situation. That's the reality of our situation. We are at war, whether we realize it or not. And with that, I'm just going to end with, I hope you have lots of love, light, and positive energy. I hope you're opening your mind, expanding your mind, okay? Black power, family. Black power. We are the power. Black is power.
There are many reasons why people will marry more than one wife. For example, the most common and obvious reason is that from the statistics, if you check the stats SA, not only in South Africa but international, you'll realize that women are more than men in numbers. And men easily die, or if you check the age, or rather life expectancy, more women live longer than the men. That can be ascribed to many reasons. It's like men do very risky jobs while women do not do much of the risky jobs. Most of them, or some of them, are housewives. Those are not housewives. They'll be doing the jobs that are less risky, while men will be working deep in the mines. You're not going to easily find women working down in the mines. And
yes, I do. I know lots of my friends are. Yeah, like it works. Okay, it works. Like seeing it, I know it's a very hard concept people to understand, but seeing it, it works. It works for them.
I married 4 wives. And the other one was married in the cultural customs, and the other one was married in the South African law, which you do have a certificate of getting married to, but the others didn't have the certificates because they were cultural wives. And the 5th wife which I had was the wife which was in our culture, the Zulu culture, you say umfazi wokungenwa. That woman was the wife to my eldest brother, and my eldest brother passed away. So culturally, after the eldest brother has passed away, the woman doesn't have to leave the family. The woman must also stay in the family. But staying in the family, the woman must be married to the youngest brother of the deceased.
It's all about culture, you know. Whatever you think and how you take your culture and how you value your culture is more important than what other people think.
Polygamy is, I think, honestly, if everyone was polygamous, like, the world would be so much better. Like, honestly,
it goes down to cultural and religious thoughts and religious views, and certain religions are okay with it and certain people are okay with it. So it depends on what the religion and the culture said.
Some people are just so uptight. Like, this is just loosen up.
So what do you respond to people who say that you don't respect women?
Nah, I mean, honestly, they clearly don't know me. There's not a woman in my life that will sit here and tell you that I don't respect women.
But you've urged women also to consider polygamy. You think a man should have several women in his
Well, I mean,
house.
that depends on the culture you follow. You know, I came from a different environment where you can marry more than one wife.
All right, being a preacher and being a man of cloth, I would say it is, yes, in the Bible. Quite a lot of people in the Bible, you talk about Abraham, you talk about David, you talk about Jacob, yes, those people also were polygamists.
Polygamy is an important role in our society in general, especially because of our South African history and background. So whether it's for the people that wanted to be for them, I think polygamy is good in the sense that yes, polygamy is good.
Basically, if it is, from a cultural perspective, it is deemed okay because from the Holy Book, whichever book that you follow, it permisses it with certain rules and regulations, and that which makes it okay. So from viewing it from that perspective makes it okay. But from a social perspective, I think that if you're more culturally inclined, then you'll be okay with it. But if you're more socially inclined, then there's going to be conflicts around it.
Okay, I think that polygamy is the future because monogamy obviously is not working for society. So if you your partner have a relationship that's based on the knowledge of other people, I think it would be way better. Then you wouldn't have cheaters and people cutting up other people and serial killers and people shooting other people because they're partners.
Everyone seems to have their own take on polygamy and polyandry. It is legal in South Africa and in most of African countries, if not all.
Do you think it'd be more beneficial if it was okay for a man to have more than one woman? Do you think that would save marriage?
I think if America adapted that culture, there'd be less, we could say, domestic disputes. The average guy in the world has a main girl, then they got a side chick.
Right.
And then they got to jump off.
Thank you. So that's three right there.
At the end of the day, as a male, we're natural breeders by nature, so we can't even escape it if we wanted to. Let me show you a little. Let me do it this way. Let's say hypothetically you put 1,000 guys on one corner, right, and you let one bad chick walk past. You're gonna see 1,000 heads go, damn. They don't even know why they're doing it because they're natural breeders. It's in their gene. They can't help it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
And even if you're walking with your girl and you hold her hand, you see a bad chick walk by, and she's looking at you like, boy, you better not
look. You're going to be like,
you don't want to look so bad.
Yeah.
And you don't even know why that urge is there because you're a natural breeder. I mean, that's what we do. We're men are put on this earth to breed, and the reason why God put multiple women on this earth is for that. When you're looking at reproduction, there's always going to be more reproducers than the actual producer itself.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? So there's more to it scientifically, but we just, as humans and women, need to take more time to just understand men. If they could do that, I think things would work out better for us. Marriage just solidifies the relationship between a man and a woman spiritually under God's eyes.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? So I could be spiritually attached to her and still be spiritually attached to her and still be spiritually attached to her. Now, when you're talking about commitment, understanding, loyalty, that's a different conversation. Because what happens is people now are having relationships, boyfriend and girlfriend, and treating it like it's actually marriage.
Yeah.
You're just dating.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of dating is so you can date this one, and date this one, and date this one until you find out, okay, is this the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? Okay, now I'll commit to what's called marriage. You find that one woman that supplies everything that you desire in a woman, of course, that will be a motivation to stick with that one woman.
Right.
But I don't know no one woman that can satisfy every man's one need. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Just like there's no one man that can satisfy a woman's every need.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But women just aren't built to breed like that or multiply mate with more than one partner. Women aren't built that way. Men are.
Yeah, why you got